Hey guys, FNAF King underscore 93 here. Today, I'll be showing you how to defeat Mad Freddy on the Five Nights at Freddy's 4 challenge preset. This challenge is considered to be hard for new players because it forces players to break pattern and risk many things in order to deal with Nightmare Freddy, since he's extremely aggressive on this mode. In this guide, I'll be showing you two consistent strats, one before Foxy gets in the closet and one after he does. At the start of the night, turn around and flash the bed, and then run to the left door and flash the light. Retreat back to the room and check the bed. Once the Freddles are gone, run to the right door and do the same as the left door. After that, retreat and check the bed again, and repeat this pattern until Foxy gets in. If you want, after loading the left door, you can't go to the right door like what I just did a few seconds ago, but it's optimal to check the bed after the left door. Now, let's talk about how to beat this night. As I already mentioned, Nightmare Freddy is the main threat on this night since his AI level has been boosted up by +4, which makes him an AI level of 10 for this challenge. The goal on this night is to be fast without being reckless. Of course, you want to be fast so that you can deal with the Freddles right away, but don't take it to the point when you're not listening for the breathing, because that's going to get you killed many times. Instead, stay calm and follow the pattern I said before. I'll say the pattern again, just in case you weren't listening. Bed, left door, bed, right door, rinse and repeat. Now that Foxy got in the closet, let's talk about his pattern. For Mad Freddy, I do not recommend tracking Foxy too much because following Foxy will break pattern. And one of the goals for this night is to prioritize Freddy as much as possible, and over everything else. If Foxy does get in, you'll be following a strict pattern of bed, closet, bed again, left door, bed, right door, rinse and repeat. For Foxy, I recommend keeping the closet door shut for 7 to 8 seconds. The rationale behind this is because it will always push Foxy back enough for you to do everything else safely without any sudden Foxy jump scare. Another thing to keep in mind is that if Chica's in the kitchen, you can't skip the right door and immediately run to the closet and hold it shut for 7 to 8 seconds. After that, check the bed and then run to the right door. Your pattern when Chica's in the kitchen is left door, bed, closet, bed, right door. If you want something more simple, just stick with the same pattern depending if Foxy got in or not, but Chica being in the kitchen pattern is optional. Now that I've gotten the main points out of the way, I'll be explaining the basics. When you run to a door, remember to listen for 3 to 4 seconds for breathing. The breathing sounds like someone breathing on a microphone when the microphone is on. If you do hear breathing, shut the door until you hear footsteps from the corresponding door. Open up the door and flash the light and retreat back to the room. Just be aware that sometimes Bonnie and Chica can sometimes return back to the door right after leaving. To counter this, pay attention to when they walk away. If they walk away as you're closing the door, there is a decent chance that they came right back. If you're not sure if you heard breathing, close the door and open it again. This will take longer, but guarantees that you won't die to Bonnie or Chica through the door. To recap the strategy, the goal is to prioritize Freddy, remember to stick with the pattern and keep it consistent. If you have to break the consistent pattern for some reason, then do it anyway instead of idling in the center of the room wondering what to do next. But breaking patterns in this mode is extremely rare and very unlikely. Remember to memorize the pattern so that you do not play guess the next action. Keep the pattern consistent and stay calm and move as quickly as possible in this mode, and remember not to be reckless since that will spell death. So that's pretty much it for the Midnight to 4 AM segment. After all that talk for 4 minutes, let's move on to the section with Nightmare since giving tips would be helpful. Once the clock strikes 4 AM, all the animatronics will deactivate and Nightmare will become active. After 4 AM, you do not need to deal with Freddy anymore since he's been snapped out of existence from the game. Many players think that once Nightmare is active, Nightmare will be extremely aggressive, but that's false. It's just like regular Nightmare encounter like in Night 7, without any of the challenge boxes checked it out. Since many people keep dying to this dude, I'll be giving you tips on how to deal with Nightmare very efficiently. You want to treat Nightmare like Nightmare Fredbear on nights 5 and 6. There are only two things that change. You have less time to shut the door on Nightmare and check the bed and the closet. And Nightmare is much less merciful than Fredbear is, even though you're playing as a child who has crying problems. Now on with the advice. Idle in the center of the room and listen for Nightmare's footsteps. Once they stop, run up to the door and close the door immediately. In any circumstance, never flash the light on him. This just increases the chances of you dying and resetting the night. The only situation when you need to flash the light is when Nightmare laughs, and you can't tell if it was real or fake, then run up to the door you last heard him at and flash the light. If he's there, shut the door. If he's not, retreat back to the room and check either the bed or the closet. The only way you can tell if it was a fake laugh is hearing footsteps after the laugh completely stops. Time will be running out, but if you're quick enough, you can still clutch in just in time to get rid of him. If you see Nightmare on the bed, keep the light on until the head disappears. If it is the closet, shut the door until you hear footsteps. Well, that's all for Nightmare. Just remember not to underestimate him. Nightmare is the most aggressive animatronic in Night 4. Well, that's pretty much it for this guide. So that's all for now. Follow the strategy and you will have another red star on the main menu. If you have any questions, feel free to comment and I'll get back to you ASAP. As always, thank you for watching this guide. I hope it helped you and I'll see you in the next one.